How's it going, everyone? It's Manny from Backcourt Violation hitting you with another video, and today is Hype Day. It's Draft Day 2018, Johnny Manziel, and I'm psyched. I can't wait to see who my Jets, 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 who we take. We are obviously taking the franchise quarterback, and it's got to work out. It's got to. I'm psyched. If it's not Baker or Sam Darnold, I'm going to be upset. Like, I might cry, might shed a tear because I'm just tired of losing. It's time to get it cooking. We got a great defense. We got good pieces on the offense around. It is time to do it. So, what I want to do today is kind of do, maybe picks 1 through 10 and, definitely give my thoughts on what I want the Jets to do. So without further ado, let's jump right in it. So, number 1, Cleveland Browns. They're up. They've been on the clock since the season ended. So, actually, we can say from like 3 seasons they've been on the clock for right now. There's a lot of speculation on what they're going to do. There's talks right now that they're going to go Baker Mayfield number 1. I'd be pretty upset if they did. Because then that changes the whole draft, I think. But I think that's just smoke. I think that is them trying to see if they can scare the Jets and get them to give up more pieces to come up to number 1. So the Jets, have no choice but to take their guy Baker because, I think it's all well known now. The Jets organization as well as the fans, we've fallen in love with this kid. They want him. We want him. So, maybe the Browns are just trying to see what they can, finesse real quick. But if I'm them, truthfully, it's going to be between Darnold and Allen for me, and it's not even, and I'm just throwing Allen in there because I know that there's been reports that they like him as well. But if it's up to me, I'm going Sam Darnold if I'm them. He's just I've been hearing about this kid for years as opposed to Josh Allen, who I kind of heard about at the end of not last year but the year before that. Which is fine. That's how it happens with a lot of these players. But I've known this about Sam. Maybe it's because I'm a USC fan, but I've known about Sam Darnold since like his high school days. I like the USC quarterbacks in general. I think a lot of them just get a bad rep in the league. Half of them don't work out as well. But I think the other, I think like Leinart, he could have been better than what he was. Carson Palmer, he gets a bad rep. He really is a good quarterback. Just misunderstood. Mark Sanchez is my boy, my favorite. That's my, other than Testaverde, that's my favorite Jet QB ever. Just love the kid. I think that the media kind of killed him, and it, just kind of all got to his head, in my opinion. Barkley's not very good. John David Booty was terrible. Matt Castle actually barely played at USC, but was a pretty decent NFL quarterback. But I think Sam Darnold's going to be the one that changed that. I think he's going to come into the NFL and just kind of do what he did. Maybe not right away. It might take a season, but I think he'll be better than Kaiser was. And that's not a knock on Kaiser because I love Kaiser, and I think he's a great fit to have for Green Bay. But getting back to the original, to the Browns pick and Darnold, I think you have to. I think he's ready to play right now. You may not win a lot of games, but you don't need to. You got Tyrod Taylor. He doesn't need to come in right away, so he can sit the first 6 games, and maybe that'll help him. But I do think Sam Darnold should be the future of the Browns. So, it's not a knock on Josh Allen too. The kid is incredibly talented. He's got a bright future. He just needs to put in a little bit more work. There's a couple things that bother me. The arm strength obviously is just incredible. It's like Big Ben out there. The kid can throw 2 football fields. But where's the accuracy? That's not even what bothers me the most. What bothers me the most is I know he went to Wyoming, smaller school, but where are the wins? If you're going to use the smaller school thing, you can't, because even, I know it was D2, but Carson Wentz was still winning championships, so you can't use that. You got to be a winner regardless of where you are. You are the quarterback. And for the Browns to take a quarterback who didn't win in college, that's going to be hard to sell on the fans, I feel like. You're already not a winning organization. Sam Darnold may not have won as much as he should have, but he still won, and he still played really well. So, that being said, let's go down to the Giants. Now, what I think the Giants should do, if I were them, is not go BPE. And truthfully, I think they should take Josh Rosen. The kid just reminds me a lot of Eli, and they got 2 rings out of Eli. worked out pretty well. Say what you want. Last year was not Eli's fault completely. Ben McAdoo lost the locker room, and when you lose the defense, it's just that all downhill from there. Now, of course, they need running backs, and of course, they need linemen, but this is the best quarterback draft since Marino, O'Brien, Jim Kelly. Oh my God, I'm forgetting one more. Oh yeah, John Elway. So this is crazy. This is a crazy class. So you're not going to get the opportunity to take another franchise quarterback, even if he has to. And I know Josh Rosen. He's confident in himself, and I love that about him. I just don't like his intangibles, to be honest. I don't think he's going to be great, but I'm probably wrong on that. That might be just biased, I'll be honest about that. But I'm not a big fan of the kid, other than his attitude. I love it. But, this is a deep running back class. I know it's going to be hard to not take Barkley. But this is, like I said, it's a deep running back class. You can get a good running back in late, in second and third round. You can. You've got both the Georgia running backs in Sony Mitchell and Nick Chubb. You've got LSU's Juice. You've got San Diego State's Perry, and you got my boy USC Ronald Jones Jr. I mean, that kid. If I'm the Browns, I'd consider even passing up if Barkley's around at 4, just because I know I can. Jones is really good, first of all, and second of all, he's already got chemistry with Darnold. Now, I just said considered. I didn't say I'd do it. So if I'm the Giants, I go Josh Rosen. Most likely, probably not going to happen. So in that case, I go Bradley Chubb. And I know, again, it's going to be hard to turn down Barkley, but you just traded your face of the franchise on defense in JPP. This man has 2 rings. Came back after blowing off 2 fingers, and this man was better with 8 fingers than most of the NFL players are with 10. So, you have the opportunity to bring this kid in, have him start from day one, and get double-digit sacks. I mean, he's a freak. He's the best defensive player in the draft by far. You just traded your best defensive player to the Tampa Bay Bucks. You sent him home. He's from there. So, you know what? I'd pick up this kid, or I'd pick up Josh Rosen. And truthfully, wouldn't be mad at either move. Now we get to the Jets, boy. Now we get to the Jets. Number 3, we moved up from 6, traded with Indy. We traded our first, obviously the 6th pick, and we traded our second round pick, which we got our own, and the one we got from Seattle for Jermaine Kearse. For Sheldon Richardson, which got us Jermaine Kearse. Both moves were great. Because when I saw the Jets make that move, I knew they were serious about it. That they're getting a quarterback and they want to win right now because they need to. Because this defense, even though we're young, is ready. Young is no excuse in this league anymore. We have seen what the Jacksonville Jaguars can do. It's now the Jets' time. We've got the great defense. We've got Jamal Adams, Marcus May, Buster Screen, Darren Lee, Big Cat Leonard Williams. We just signed Avery Williamson from Tennessee, he's still young and he's still developing and he's going to be really good. We're ready. We got Mo Claiborne and we signed Jermaine Johnson this offseason. Get out of here. That secondary's nuts. We don't need a defensive pick this year, which I love when they pick the defensive guys because that's how you win championships. But this year you go quarterback. And who better than the man with the most charisma, the most competitiveness than Baker Mayfield? The crotch grab and everything. This man is ready for New York. He can handle the media. He can take the crap talking because he's going to give it right back and he's going to show on the field what he did in college that, I might be underrated, I might be small, but I'm the guy. He's going to be Drew Brees but mobile. I'm telling you, it's got to happen. We have to draft him. If the Browns pick him, as much as I love Sam Darnold and I love to see him as a Jet, Baker Mayfield's the guy. Baker Mayfield is the guy for the Jets to just bring us up from here to here. He's going to change. The culture's already been changed, but he's going to take that change and just, elevate it even more. So now we're on pick 4, which is back to Cleveland. So, in my scenario, how it is, let's say the Giants take Chubb instead of Rosen because Rosen's stock really is falling. So you take so Chubb is gone. So who's BPE? Oh, Saquon Barkley. Bam. As much as I said, take Jones Jr. for Darnold, you can't turn down Saquon Barkley. So that's easy. That's look at that. Darnold and Saquon Barkley, your first 2 picks. That's just nuts. Now 5 is Denver. This is interesting. I feel like Denver is going to end up trading out of it. So I really don't know who I want to say here. If it's Denver, I know you just signed Case Keenum, but still was only a 2-year deal. This is the year of the quarterback. So you should take one. You got a great defense still. You still got your wide receivers are getting up there in age, but they're still good. So oh man, that one's tough. But I'd probably go Allen just because Josh Allen has played in cold weather, being in Wyoming and whatnot before, and I just. Something about John Elway. He loves these project quarterbacks. He loves these tall guys. We see with Osweiler, and we saw with the project and Simeon, and with Case Keenum. He loves these guys. So I think that's what they do. They'll end up taking Josh Allen if they keep the pick. So 6 is Indy. This one's interesting as well. I don't know what. If I'm Indy, I go Quentin Nelson. I mean, you got to keep Luck healthy and. Barkley's off the board, and so is Chubb. You don't need a quarterback, obviously, because even if Luck for somehow misses the whole year again, you still got my boy Jacoby Brissett from South Florida. So yeah, I'd probably go Quentin Nelson there, but they could trade out of the pick too. They're another one. But so 6 would be Quentin Nelson. 7 is Tampa, and I tell you right now, they're taking secondary. I don't know if it's going to be Fitzpatrick or Derwin James. But if it's me, definitely go Derwin James just because, number one, your quarterback's from Florida State. He loves when you take the FSU guys. And Derwin James is just, I think he's more of a ball hog than Fitzpatrick. By that, I mean he's rougher. You know what I mean? He's not going to be afraid to hit you. Not that Fitzpatrick is, I just think he looks for contact. Might end up hurting him in the NFL. There's some big boys out here. But I like his style of play better, and I think it does fit what Tampa wants to do better. Okay, 8. This one's hard. Hardish, I should say. This is Chicago. Chicago's picking at 8. I've heard they don't mind moving out of the pick as well. I think they end up keeping it. You could go a couple guys here. You could go Raekwon Smith or Tremaine Edmonds. Raekwon Smith is definitely better. But I think Edmonds fits their scheme better. So I'll say 8, the Bears, they take Tremaine Edmonds. 9, San Fran. This one's interesting. I've been hearing rumors lately that New England wants to offer both their first this year and second or third next year for it. I really hope they don't end up doing another deal. I don't want to see that, but that remains to be seen. What if I'm them? It looks like Reuben Foster is going to be, he's going to be clear. So I guess you're not going to need a linebacker. So I go Minka. Go best player available, go Minka. Minka Fitzpatrick, cornerback from Alabama. And then lastly for the top 10 is the Oakland Raiders. This one's easy. Go BPE. You need defense. It's Gruden. Bam. Roquan Smith shouldn't be at 10, but he is. That's who you take. That's just simple. And then, you know what, we'll do 11 real quick. Miami Dolphins. This one's kind of tricky too. Do they take Josh Rosen, the last quarterback available? Or do they take, they just got rid of Ndamukong Suh. Do they go Vita Vea? Or even De'Aaron Payne? If it's me, I'm going to take Josh Allen. He's there. You just had a terrible season with Jay Cutler. You got Tannehill coming off the injury. You don't know what's going to happen, how he's going to play. So why not get insurance, right? And then maybe you'll be able to trade Tannehill to somebody who their quarterback get hurt this year. Who knows? Then Allen takes over. So there you go. That's the top 11. I will come back with another video with the rest. But this is Manny from Backcourt Violation saying happy draft day. Have a good one. Let's go Jets. Let's pray we get Baker. See you, y'all.